What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back in to another preview video, and today we're previewing the New York Giants facing off against the Chicago Bears. The Bears in another matchup here, week 11, 12, week 12 matchup. We're already in week 12. There's just a couple weeks of football left. So that being said, we'll get right into the video. Before we start this video, make sure you guys hit that like button. Subscribe if you guys are new for more Giants content and NFL content alike. So let's get on to this preview. The Bears have been underwhelming this season due to their offense or lack thereof of offense, and that all starts with Mitch Trubisky. Now, Trubisky, who's been hurt the past couple weeks and throughout the season, who's been hurt, whether he's on or off the field, he's just not good. So that being said, he will be the starter, which may even benefit the Giants because the guy only has about 1,500 yards, almost 1,600 yards, 1,580 yards to be exact, through 9 games. Also only has 9 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Now, if you put those stats together, 1,500 yards or 1,600 yards, 9 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in like week 7, week 8, then I guess we're getting somewhere, right? He's doing all right. He's not fantastic, but he's doing all right. But we're already in week 12, and the guy is just not producing. He doesn't have good stats, and his wide receivers aren't bad. Allen Robinson, Taylor Gabriel, guys like that. Riley Ridley, bunch of wide receivers on the roster. Anthony Miller as well, who is all right. He has a case of the dropsies a little bit, but there's not a bad wide receiving core, and they look bad because their stats aren't that great because of Mitch Trubisky. Now, you could argue that Chase Daniel may have been playing better than Mitch Trubisky when he's in there. So I guess it kind of benefits the Giants that Mitch Trubisky is going to be playing. Now, I don't expect him to throw interception, things like that, being that he only has 4 interceptions through 9 games. But I do expect them to struggle moving the ball downfield. Now, do I expect them to had the same struggles that they've had for the past couple of weeks not facing the Giants? Absolutely not. They are going to have success, probably the best success they've had throwing the ball downfield against the Giants, as every team has done. Minnesota figured out their problems against us. The same thing with a lot of teams. So Chase Edmonds with the Arizona Cardinals had 3 touchdowns and like over 100-something yards. Crazy. It only happens to the Giants defense. So expect Mitch Trubisky to have success downfield, but not to the same degree, not the same degree as other quarterbacks have had against the Giants. So that being said, let's get on to the injury report. So we will start off with the New York Football Giants. The injury report has Nate Solder, Rhett Ellison, Evan Ingram, John Jalapeno, Janoris Jenkins, Mike Remmers, and Sterling Shepard. All of those guys starters. If you want to say, 2 tight end set could be a starter. But all of these guys will be playing besides Rhett Ellison and Evan Ingram. Now, just because they're full participants, I guess I'm assuming they're all going to play, but doesn't mean that they're all going to play. Sterling Shepard, I would let him sit out for just one more week. I don't really care if we lose or win this game anyway. This is a really good defense. I don't think Sterling Shepard should risk himself for that because I'm really concerned about the guy. But Mike Remmers, John Jalapeno, Nate Solder, these guys should be playing, and this would, help solidify that offensive line a little bit and not have those other backup tackles in there. Yes, I get Nate Solder is bad. Yes, I get Mike Remmers is bad, but they are better than the guys we had out there last 2 Sundays ago against the Jets. Then we move on to the Chicago Bears, and listen, their injury report isn't that terrible. Adam Shaheen is out, their starting tight end, and they're going to bring in some other random dude. We'll get into that in the roster comparison, but the tight end situation is not looking good for the Giants whatsoever. Danny Trevathan is out, so we don't have to deal with him at the inside linebacker position. Isaiah Irving, whoever the hell he is questionable. Mitch Trubisky will be playing. Bobby Massey, their right tackle, will be playing. And Bilal Nichols is a limited participant with a knee injury. So let's get on to the 3 keys to success. Now, these 3 keys are kind of generic, as you guys know, that I usually like to go think out of the box for these 3 keys to success to try to be different from everybody else, but it's pretty much straightforward from here. There's not really much. It's pretty blatant and obvious what we have to do to win this game, being that, you know, this is a really good defense we're going against with Chicago, one of the best in the NFL. Some might argue the best in the NFL. I'd probably still throw the Patriots in there just because of their, you know, their accomplishments this season. But Chicago is right up there. But and the Chicago Bears offense is the exact opposite. It's just terrible. So I really don't know what to say about them, but we're going to try our best. So the first key to success, as you guys know, these 3 keys to success are vital to both the Giants' success and their failure. It all depends if they want to listen to me. So our first key to success is make Trubisky throw the ball. Now, am I scared? The Hispanic came out of me. Am I scared? Am I scared of David Montgomery and Tariq Cohen and these guys? Not really. These guys don't have a really good yards per carry. Look at David Montgomery has 3.5 yards a carry. Tariq Cohen 3.1 yards a carry. David Montgomery just barely has 500 yards this season. He's having a good rookie season. It's pretty decent for a rookie running back. But I'm not scared of these running backs. I'm not scared of the Chicago run game. But I know that with Mitch Trubisky in there and their lack of success downfield, moving the ball through the air, they're going to try to run the ball. So we need to stop them from running the ball and make them throw the ball, because that's what they're scared of. They are scared of throwing the ball, so make them do what they fear, and they're going to mess up. So just gotta preach for you guys for a second. But you know, David Montgomery has 5 touchdowns on the season. He's having a really good season on the ground. So we have to limit him, limit Tariq Cohen. I'm more scared of Tariq Cohen than I am of David Montgomery. We really struggle with these smaller running backs. You look at Darren Sproles. You look at Kenyon Barner back in the day when he was with the Eagles. You look at what a bunch of these smaller running backs, they've always had success in the Giants. They've always been able to bounce outside and been little devils on the field. So let's limit that, and let's make them throw. Our second key to success is ball security. And I'm talking to you, Danny Dimes. Okay? Stop dropping the freaking ball. You're averaging 2 fumbles a game. There are players that go their whole career without averaging 2 fumbles a game. That's ridiculous, man. Don't fumble the ball. Khalil Mack has 4 forced fumbles so far this season. He's not having a fantastic year as far as his sack numbers, but he's forcing the ball out, and so are other players on the Chicago defense. So they are used to turning over the ball. They're used to, you know, giving their ball back to the offense. Now, it depends if their offense wants to score with it. It all depends, but at the same time, they are turning over the ball. Make sure you're limiting your mistakes. Clean up your technique. Whatever you have to do, stop dropping the ball. If Wayne Gallman plays this game, do not fumble the ball. Saquon, you too. A lot of these guys don't fumble the ball. And our third key to success is control the clock. Saquon Barkley came out and said he wants to have fun. He wants to get back to what he's doing best. He wants himself to be himself again. And we've all noticed, I made a couple of videos, and it seems like he's watched our videos, because he's even saying he's noticed he's not being himself lately, and he's noticed through watching game film he's not being himself. Well, no duh, Saquon. We've noticed that the first time you step back on field. So we need Saquon to be Saquon again. The only way to do that is to try to control the clock and run the ball with Saquon Barkley. Now, last time Saquon Barkley ran against the Chicago Bears defense, he lit him up last year, okay? And he had one of his best highlight runs that was at the end of the half, where he was able to get the Giants in field goal range, and that helped us build the lead off to win the game that time. So with that being said, Saquon has success as of right now against Chicago's defense. So let's keep it that way. Let's get Saquon the ball, and let's give him the rock to prove himself once again. Alright guys, let's go on to the roster comparisons. I'll be honest with you, we might not have too much of a roster edge. That being said, let's throw the screen up. Alright, so let's start off with the quarterback position. We're going to start off with Mitch Trubisky versus Daniel Jones. And I'm sorry, but I got to take my guy Danny Dimes. It's not biased or whatever. A lot of people, you know, are comparing Mitch Trubisky to Danny Dimes back when Daniel Jones was drafted. But I'm going to say, as of right now, Daniel Jones is better than Mitch Trubisky. He has more yards than him. He's just more touchdowns. He has more interceptions as well, but he's played in more games. Let's keep that in mind. But anyway, so the running back position, I got to give it to my guy Saquon Barkley as well. Listen, Saquon's hasn't been having a great year. so far. He's just barely cracked 400 yards on the ground. So not really looking forward to Saquon Barkley at the end of the year. I was really hyped for him, but he just doesn't look the same. But either way, I still believe in him. A lot better than Tariq Cohen and David Montgomery, who both are not getting over 4 yards a carry. Even with Saquon's demise and his struggles, he still has 4 yards per carry. So I'm going to give the edge to the Giants there. We then move on to the wide receiver position, and I'm going to give that edge to the Chicago Bears. Now, do I think at the end of the day who's going to have more yardage, the Giants wide receivers or the Bears wide receivers? And that all depends on if Janoris Jenkins and DeAndre Baker want to play. But as far as what I'm reading right now, I mean, Allen Robinson, Taylor Gabriel, Anthony Miller, Cordero Patterson, Riley Ridley, these guys are good, man. They just aren't able to get the ball from Mitch Trubisky or Chase Daniel. They're not in a good spot right now. But as a wide receiver core, they are better than the Giants wide receiver core. I'm going to give it to them. The tight ends. Listen, all these guys are beat up for the Giants and Bears. As far as the tight ends go, I can't give an edge. There's no edge to give. I mean, everybody's out. You got Rhett Ellison out, who's our backup tight end. Evan Ingram out, who's our starting tight end. You got their starting tight end, Adam Shaheen, is out. You got Ben Brownecker. Who the hell is Ben Brownecker? And then for our new starting tight end is freaking Caden Smith. And we don't even know anything about Caden Smith. So that being said, I don't know what to do. So I'm just gonna skip it. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not give an edge for the tight end. So offensive line, I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it to the Chicago Bears. Their offensive line is a lot better guys on there. Charles Leno is better than Nate Solder right now. Bobby Massey's all right. Cody Whitehair I really liked a couple years ago, so I don't know how well he's doing now, but I know he was really well in his rookie year with the Bears. So that being said, so that's the offensive side of the football. The defensive side of the football, the defensive line, Bilal Nichols, Eddie Goldman, Roy Robertson Harris. I'm going to give the edge to the Giants. I really like Dexter Lawrence. I really like Dalvin Tomlinson. Leonard Williams also there to, help out in the duo. And RJ McIntosh, BJ Hill in the rotation. Not too bad. So I like that rotation better than the Bears. The edge rushers. So we're looking at Khalil Mack, Leonard Floyd, Aaron Lynch. These guys. I got to give the edge to the Chicago Bears. I love these guys. Khalil Mack, Leonard Floyd, these guys are awesome. So I'm going to give the edge there to the Bears. We then move on to the inside linebacker position. Roquan Smith there. And with Jenny Trevathan out, I think you're going to be looking at Nick Kwiatkowski. I don't know how to say his damn name. Or Joel Irigabunwe to start. One of these guys are going to be starting at inside linebacker, paired with Roquan Smith, compared to the Giants, Alec Ogletree, and I don't know, David Mayo or whoever is going to be starting there. So I'm going to give the edge to the Chicago Bears, and Deion Buchanan, but he hasn't done much of anything. So going to give the edge to the Bears. The Bears cornerback position. Gonna give to the Bears as well. Kyle Fuller, Prince Amukamara, who's still playing strong. I love Prince Amukamara. Still, I don't know. He's so underrated, man. Nobody talks about him, but he's a good cornerback. And Buster Skrine, Kevin Tolliver. Don't know who that is. But yeah, Buster Skrine. These guys, those three guys are pretty good. So gonna give the edge to the Bears. Safety position: Eddie Jackson, Clinton Dix. I can't believe this is a competition because this tandem is far better than any type of tandem the Giants have at safety. Jabril Peppers is great. I love Jabril Peppers, but Antoine Bethea is just the other Finn, Nemo's retarded Finn. So you got Jabril Peppers, who's a regular Finn, and then you got Antoine Bethea, who's just dying and withered out and is struggling to keep up. So gonna give the edge to the Bears on that one. So that being said, that is the preview, guys. If you guys want my final score, I'm going to have the Chicago Bears winning this game 24-10. I think the Bears aren't going to have extreme success against the Giants as other quarterbacks and offenses have had in the past couple weeks. But I think they're still going to get their fair share of yards and touchdowns as well. So I'm going to give the the edge to them. As far as defensively goes for the Giants, For the Bears, I think they're going to hold out the Giants. I don't think we're going to do too much of anything. Sterling Shepard's not 100%. We don't have our tight ends. So the main focus is going to be Saquon Barkley. Don't know if he's going to crack 100 or even crack 80. So it's going to be a challenge, man. We just need to hope that Saquon Barkley cracks 40 yards. Because he hasn't done that. He has 1 yard against the Jets, 20 yards or 30 yards, something like that, 28 yards against the Lions. So that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. And let's get this win, baby.